just a great scene. I just love watching. You can just watch that scene by itself on a YouTube clip and be good with that. Um, the robbery planning, I love how they show the intelligence of the crew for every thing that they pull off, especially in the
Yeah.
beginning. You see them individually buying the things that they need to be able to do the job. Well, later on, when it comes, well, like you said, when they're trying to steal the platinum and everything, Neil is looking at a book about precious metals. Later on, they figure out how to like rewire the alarm system for the bank. I just like that. And by the way, I never realized I this is one of the things I saw. Maybe people have noticed this before, but the beginning of this movie is copied basically by The Dark Knight. That's really like it's
Mm.
like that the beginning of that, like the pacing of it and the idea of like the masks and how everything is orchestrated so well. It's kind of like Christopher Nolan was like, yo, I like that, man. I like what Michael Mann did. Shout outs to that. And then last but not least, man, yo, the downtown shootout scene, even though it's implausible, in the movie theaters, it was so loud. The every shot, every
Yeah,
bullet, it was just so
that's
it was
surround sound.
amazing. And when you watch it on TV, it just doesn't do it justice. They should put this back in the movie theaters. If they did, I would watch it because the sound of it, it sound you could it feels like you can hear the sounds of bullets reverberating around the buildings in like downtown LA. So that's my
Well,
cake. I
first,
could give you the whole thing, but that's what I'm going with.
what kind of bullets were they putting through? Like, those are
Yo,
beyond armor piercing. Like, them joints
yeah,
going
the
through
real stuff.
cars
Yeah,
like Swiss
yeah. I
cheese.
mean, they had the top level stuff. And here's the thing, LAPD has always had that because LAPD has always had close relationships with the military. So Los Angeles Police Department
Mhm.
has access to weapons that most police departments don't. So the fact that Al Pacino and them,
Mm.
they're like, yo, we can get it with y'all too. That makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, I mean, that just goes to the what was it called? Ramshot or Ramrod or Rampart, the Rampart joint out in LA, where literally these guys were becoming immobilized as to a
Yes,
paramilitary
yes.
group because the
Mhm.
military had purchased too many weapons, and they needed to, try and get
Yep.
recoup some of those funds because there were no active wars. And then that also speaks to the criminality of just being a so-called minority in those particular areas. So you have these groups with tanks. What
Yeah.
do you need a tank for? Shock and awe.